Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining to this session, and sorry for starting a bit late. Today, I'm going to talk about another area in Power BI, that's name is DAX. DAX, or Data Analysis Expression, is a part of Power BI that help you to do some new calculation and do some extra things in Power BI. Okay, for example, you have some basic data in your Power BI, but you need to do some extra calculation. You have the number of units that you sell, the price of each unit, but you don't have total sale, total profit, total expenses, and something like that. These are the things that you need to know how to calculate by your own, and this is something that today we are going to talk about it. Okay, first of all, I right now send you a data in WhatsApp. This is a new data set that today we are working with that. I'm going to import that data set to the data set name is Power BI DAX data set. Okay, importing the file, same as always, you know how to import the data to Power BI. Okay, then here we are selecting the data tab. And from load or transfer, because I am sure this data is the right data, I select load. It takes few seconds for data to be loaded. Okay, because this database is 3,700 rows of data, that's why it takes a bit more time compared to previous one that we had. And when I selecting this, you can see what we have in here. Okay, let me explain a bit about the data set that we have. This data set is about a beverage company that they are producing Coca-Cola, Sprite, and some other kind of beverage. Then they have the order ID, retailer's name, retailer's ID, region, estate, and unit of sold, price per unit, expenses, revenue. All these are the data that we have from this database. If I want to see the data, from the left side, I can select the table view. Then in table view, you can see all your data, what you have. You see, this is the different type of data that you have in this collab, in this data set. Okay, back to the report view. The first thing that I want to talk about it is the measures. Okay, I can see here that I have an item as a revenue. I want to have the total revenue as a one number. I know that you know how to do that, but somehow I want to make it as a one unit number. How to make it? I know that the revenue is the total of the total revenue is the summation of all revenue factors. That's why I go and select from the menu. Okay, let me start the magnifier. Okay, from here, I can select the new measure. Okay, in the top menu, you can see this new measure and you can select the new measure. Once you select the new measure, then the system is working until it's giving you possibility to make your new measure. Okay, let me go out from this view. Yes, yeah. Here is the new measure that we want to import. Okay, now I want to write the measure. First of all, I remove the measure name and I put the name that I want to have, total revenue. Okay, this is total revenue. And I know that total revenue is summation of all data in revenue column. That's why I use the sum. See, immediately the Power BI giving me the equation. Once I want, I can select this equation, sum. Then asking me, what is the column name? See, here is helping you. What is the column name? I know that from the column name, from the table data, the column name revenue is the one that I want. Close. Close the bracket also is very important. As long as you are not closing, you see here, if I zoom in, you see here it's red color. Okay, red color means that is something wrong and you need to close. Then once you close, it's getting blue color, means that it's okay. And enter, or you can select the green tick to commit this. Okay, what happening?
Prof, you click
Yes.
the new measure, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now you see that I have this new item in my list, total revenue. Okay, this is something that I created. This is not from the database. This is something that I created. And you see the icon next to this is some sort of calculator. This is showing that this is a new measure that I created. Okay, this is total revenue. I want to have total expenses. Okay, expenses also here. I want to have total expenses. Again, going to the menu, I select the new measure. Okay, then the area is open for me to write my new measure. Okay, what is the new measure? Total expenses. Expenses. Okay, is equal to total expenses is equal to, again, summation, data, total expenses is expenses here, and close the bracket. See, this is the equation that we already created. And after that, we say the commits. If now I back to the list, you can see that I have total expenses and total revenue. Okay. This is the very easy way. Then this numbers is only one number. Okay. This is not a list of numbers. It's not column. It's just only one number. That's why we call it measure. Now I want to make a profit. Okay, one measure for profit. Okay, you know the profit is total revenue minus total expenses. Okay, then it will be profit. Then I go and make a new measure. Okay,
Prof,
yes.
at the data list,
Mm-hmm.
I do just same like you, but it doesn't show total revenue, just revenue.
What do you put the name? When you was creating the, did you put the right name? For example, when you select a new measure, you need here give the name total
Oh,
revenue. Yeah, here you need to mention the name. Okay. Right now,
okay.
total profit, for example, total profit is equal to. Okay, I said total expenses minus total revenue. Okay, I select the data tab, total expenses. It's very important in DAX, when you want to give address, you give the address from the which database, which item. Okay. The database name here is data. The item name is total expenses. That's why I select total expenses minus, oh, sorry, total revenue minus total expenses. Data, total revenue minus data, total expenses.
So we need to say
Okay.
we have to put the accurate information.
We need what?
Meaning to say we have to insert atau we have to put the actual information.
Yeah, something that you created already. See, in this side, we already created total expenses, total revenue. Now I can calculate the total profit. Okay. By the way, you can do it without creating the total expenses and total revenue. How? I make it total profit 2. Okay. Second, summation of data revenue, bracket close, minus summation of data expenses. This is actually the same equation as the previous one. But for summation of data revenue, we already created one measure and put the name of total revenue. For summation of data expenses, we already created one measure and put the name of total expenses. Okay, that's why it doesn't matter if you want to use which one. Let's see that are they same or not. I put one block and give to this block to profit. Okay, total profit. And I give another block and total profit too. See, exactly the same, but the equation is different. If I select the total profit two from the top, you can see this is the equation for total profit two. Maybe I can put it in the WhatsApp, then later also you will have it. Okay, and total profit one is this one. Or total expenses is this equation, and total revenue is this one. Okay, these are the equations also I put inside the WhatsApp chat, so you can see that how it's. This is called as a measure. Okay, that's why whenever you want to have the measure, you want to have one number, you can go and select the measure. Okay. For example, I want to know the total order, total number of order. Okay. In this table, I have retailer ID. Okay, but I don't have the what I call it, the number of order. But I know each line is one order. Okay, that's why I want to make a new measure and call it as a total order. Okay, total order is another function. Count rows. Count rows. You see here we have the count rows. Okay, which one? Which for which table? For data. Okay, we have one table here. The table name is data. Enter. Now I have total order. If I back to the report view and import one block, total order 3,725 order is in database. Okay, that's why you can calculate the total order like this. The thing that is important is what is the function. I put it in the chat box, you can see. Summation, total order. Okay. Now I want to have another type of order. Okay. I want to know that how many estates, this orders is for how many estates. Okay. This is order for how many estates. If I go to the table, you can see here we have a state New York, Pennsylvania, mine, and New York, or some other. Now I want to see that my order, all this order is from how many estates. Okay, I make a new measure. Estates count. Estate count. Okay, I put the name estate count, and I want just only count it. That's why. But I don't want to. Here you see the New York, 1, 2, 3. Oh, too many times New York. But actually, is one. New York is need to count one. You remember from the last class that we have one thing as a distinct count. You see here the second function, distinct count. Distinct count is counting just only for one. Okay. Then you can select the table or you can select the column that you want to be counted. Okay, data is the table name, and estate is the column name. Close the bracket, enter. Okay, back to the table. Where report view, put one block, and estate count. 48 means that the data that I have is from 48 estates. Okay, let me put the total count also inside the chat box for your reference. Okay. Then something that people asking is, okay, if I want to know one estate or some, for example, here we have a beverage brand, okay, different type of beverage. Can I use a slicer? You know the slicer from the last class. Okay, I select the slicer. I put the beverage. Then you can see that we have different type of beverage. Okay. For example, I want to see that how many states they order Coca-Cola. Once I select 48 estate, 621 order is for Coca-Cola, and this is the total profit that we have from Coca-Cola. For Sprite, for Fanta, for Diet Coke, for Power, right? Okay. This is something that you can put a slicer to just see for that particular product is how. Okay, if I put another slicer for estate, okay, now I have the all estates name here. Then if I select, for example, Coca-Cola in Colorado, then you see the estates number is getting one because I select one estate. If I select two estates, it's getting two. 35 order going to these two estates, and this is the profit. Very easy, you can analyze the data and do some calculation. Okay, these are the measure that we already discussed about. Okay, so just only one point is sometimes you want to write some explanation about this because in one project maybe you have too many measure and you want to just have some explanation for the measure to just remember, okay, this measure is for what, okay? In that case, you need to press the shift and enter. In the DAX, you go into the second line. And here, if you put two backspace, then you can write your message, okay? For example, this color also is changing to green. This DAX is for calculation of total number of states. Okay, something like this. This is not part of your equation. This is just only there to give some extra explanation to the equation that you have. And it doesn't change the performance of your factor at all. Okay, if I go here, back, this explanation is there, but the factor is working very well, no problem with the factor. That's why if you want to have extra explanation for some measure, you can press the shift enter go to the next line, backslash, and then write your message. Okay. With that, you can put some code for yourself. And later when you back, you know what is this? Because right now the equation looks very simple, it's very clear what exactly, but somehow we're writing very long equations and we need to have more data about what exactly this is talking about. Okay, let's see, go a bit further. The next thing that I want to calculate is a profit margin. You know that we have something that we call it as a, let me here write for you. Profit margin. Okay, profit margin is how to calculate the profit margin is the total profit divided by summation of order row or summation of the number of order revenue, okay? Total revenue. This is the equation that we have to calculate profit margin. What does it mean? Means we want to see that how much of the total profit is comes from how much of the revenue, how many percent of revenue is profit. Okay, for example, if we see 20% of revenue is profit, it means that the expenses is so high. If we see that, for example, 35% of profit, 35% of total revenue is profit, then it's so showing that the cost of this manufacturing is very high. That's why we need to find this out. But if we see that the profit margin is 80%, it seems that, well, it's very good because 80% of total revenue is profit, and this is something very good. Okay? That's why we need to find a way to calculate the profit margin. Okay, I'm doing it here. Profit margin also is another measure. That's why I select the measure. I write here profit margin is equal to total profit. Total profit I already have. That's why I know from the data table, I have the total profit. Okay. Let me total. Yeah, total profit I have here. Okay. Divide by total expenses. Okay. Or total revenue. Then total revenue. Okay. This is the equation that we have to calculate the profit margin. Now I'm clicking again the blocks. Okay. First block is total profit. Second block, I put here total expenses. Third block, I put here profit margin. Yeah, here. Okay, profit margin is in percentage. 79 means 79% of this is profit margin. If they said, okay, I want to see this in the present, okay, you just need to go here, profit margin, and at the end, you put one bracket, open and close, and time by 100. Okay. Then this is the percentage, 78.54% is profit margin. This is something that you can show, or you can here also come and select from here. Yeah, okay. This one also, when I select the percentage, it's showing in the percentage. If I select the diamond number, okay, format is what is the format, is the percentage. Okay, then it's showing in percentage. In that case, if you want to show here, you don't need to put the equation like this. No need to put, oops, 100. Yes, and also I remove this, enter. Yes, this is how to show in the percentage. Just only from the format, you need to select, okay, this is percentage. Okay. For example, total profit is money, okay? You want to say that it's money, and I want to see this in the format of the money. That's why I can go to the total profit. Yeah, I can come here, select, and select here. This is the currency. And then you see the dollar is coming there. Okay, maybe you want to change the currency to another currency. You can select from here and say this is, for example, Malaysia ringgit. Okay, all currency they have here in this list. Just only you need to go and find, for example, Malaysia. Um, Malaysia, all right. Okay, then it's showing the RM ringgit Malaysia 66.4 to 1 million. Okay, this is the way that you can put some uh, currency, percentage, or other format. Also, we have here decimal number, whole number, scientific, dynamic. These are the things that you can adjust how to show your data. Okay, good. Is there any question?
So far, no, Prof.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, this one is also about the profit margin that I already talked about it. Let's we have some other factors, some other. For example, they asking you to find the maximum order, or let me see my data first. Okay, maximum unit of sell, unit sold. Okay, maximum unit sold. I want to find that. I go here, new measure. Then in the new measure, I put the name as the max unit sold. Okay, max unit sold. The function is max. Very easy. Max, which one? Data from data unit sold. Here. And kilos. Okay. Now I put one again, one block and one card and max unit sold. I bring it here. Okay, this is the max total feedback. 30K is the maximum unit sold. Okay, but now I want to see for Coca-Cola. Put one slicer, put beverage names for Coca-Cola, for this one, for Diet Coke, for Fanta. Okay, for each you can see how the maximum unit sold is how many. You can have it for maximum, minimum, average, all functions that you have in Excel, you can use it here as well. Here we have some extra function, but the majority of the function approximately same as what we have in Excel. Okay. Uh, Profit also we talked, profit margin also we talked, and the last function before I go to the, okay. Now I just finished with the measure. Another thing that I want to create is somehow I want to create one new column. Okay. I don't looking for creating the what exactly, just one number. I want to make one column. I want to see the profit for each row. How to do that? If you want to make that one is if you want to create a new column, from the menu you can come to the tools, table tools, and here you select the new column. You see, it's a new column, empty, coming here. And here also you can give order what you want to see in this column. I remove the column name and say, this column is profit. Okay. I don't say total profit. This is the profit for each order. I want to see the profit for each order. That's why I select the name profit. Then, as I know the profit, how to calculate is the data tab, all revenue minus data tab, all expenses. Just look at here. Once I approve and commit this equation, suddenly I have one column, new column, is the profit, and for each line is calculated. If you go back to your main data set, we don't have this column in our main data set, but we created here, okay? This is the benefit of using the DAX, means that we don't touch the data, main data. We do whatever calculation we want in our data's middle, okay? For example, here, I just made one column as a profit, okay? This is new column. That's why I put this in the WhatsApp as well. And I put the name as a new column. Okay. You can make a new column and put the profit. How I do it? Okay, see, look at here in the menu, we have new measure, new column. Okay. For example, now we have another column. I want to see, as we make it a bit advanced, okay? Before this only I go on to make advanced, just only I want to see this. Right now we make a new column, the name is profit. You see, the icon is like this. From this, you can see this is not from the main database. It is some new column that I made by myself. This profit margin is a new measure that I made by myself. But region is from the original data. Retailer ID is from original data. Why the sign is like this? Because it's showing that is a number inside this column. Revenue is a number inside. That's why the sign is like this. Okay. That's why you need to notice the difference between these two signs: new column, new measure. Okay. And one more important things: you cannot create two items with the same name in Power BI. Means that two columns, two measure, all names here in this data set should be unique. Okay. That's why here, when I want to make another total profit, I make it as a total profit too, because I cannot put total profit again. It's very important. Sometimes you're receiving error message, then you cannot create this item. The message is very easy, just in the because you cannot put the same name again. Okay. Okay. The maybe the way that you're selecting the item is not true. Revenue. Okay. Maybe the way that you're selecting, because I'm reading your message inside the WhatsApp, I think something is wrong with the way that you're selecting the item. Okay, I said I want to make it a bit advanced. I want to have category. Okay, I want to have category. I put the name, column name category. I want to use if. Okay, another function, the name is if. I want to see those products that the unit sold is less than 5,000, I said a small. 5,000 to 10,000, I say medium. And more than 10,000, I call it large. Okay, means the order. I want to category the order. Know what is the small order, what is the large order. Okay, that's why I try to write this. If logic test. Logic test is from data unit of sold. If the unit of sold is less than 5,000. Okay, if the unit of sold is less than 5,000, comma, quotation, small. Okay, comma, if again, because now I have another function. If, again, a data unit of sold, a data unit of sold, I select from here, less than 10,000, call it medium. Okay, and if not, the last one you don't need to write if not. Okay, automatically the Power BI will know that. If not, you type it large. Large. How many bracket is open? 2. I need to close 2. Okay, now it's right. Enter. See, now I have one column that's showing that large, medium, small. When we are using this, when we want to have some categories, okay, we can use this. Okay, I back to the report view. I open new. I will put one pie chart. I put the category that I selected as a category and value. See, now I created one chart based on the new column that I made it. If you want to make this by the data given, you cannot do it. You need first create the category, then from the category, you create this chart. If they ask me, I want to have a pie chart to see how many percent of my products is below 5,000, how many percent is 5,000 to 10,000, and how many is more than 10,000. This is the way that you can do it. Okay, that's why you need to know how to proceed with that. Any question?
I think so far, no, bro.
Okay, I bring another chart. This is the bar chart. I want to see the Coca-Cola and all beverage in the X and total order in the, what is the name? Y. All right, put this on triangles. Beverage and beverage also. Okay, profit. Yes. Okay. See, now I can see the Coca-Cola, how much is the profit. Each products, I can see how much is the profit. You remember here we had legend. Now if I put the category in the legend, I can see, okay, Coca-Cola medium means the majority of the order size is medium. But in others, I can see how many percent. The large order is very low. This is very nice to see how many percent of this is the large order, how many percent is the what we call it, medium order, how many percentage, a small order. If I want to do it, I need to create this column first, here, category. Then based on the category that I made, I can have that. Okay, this is called as a new column. Let's we have another column. Okay. In the new column that I want to make, I don't want to touch the numbers. This time, I want to touch the names. Okay, I want to have a column that is a region and a state name together. You see, region is here, one column, a state is here, one column. I want to have a Northwest, comma, New York, or Northwest, comma, Northwest, comma, Pennsylvania. Okay, I want to bring both these to one cell. How to do that? I can say the merge state and region SR equal to. First, I selecting which one wants to be first. Data, region. Here is very important. I put and, comma. Then I put one comma here, comma, quotation, and the second factor, data, state. Am I right? That's all. See, now I have one new column. This new column is combination of these two columns. Northwest and New York is now in one. Where we are using this, somehow we have a database that the name and family is separate in two columns, but I want to have it in one column. In that case, we can create a new column to put the name and family in one column. And many other places also we can use these for make it the things easier. Okay. Okay, any question? Okay, for that, for DAX, this is enough because I don't want to go farther. Now I want to just review a bit on whatever we had in the last class. Maybe it's good for the final exam. Okay. In the last class, we learned about a few different charts from the column chart, line chart, pie chart, map, card, slicer, and table. Okay, these are the things that we already reviewed. Okay, I try to have all of them here in one. I want to have one graph. Sorry, I don't know what's happened to me. I put the average in the x-axis and I put the profit, or revenue in the y-axis to see the revenue of each of these products. Then we already know how to do the on these items, okay? I don't want to go and do it again. The second things I want to have here is the line chart. And in the line chart, I give the date to the x-axis and I give the a profit also, for example, or profit. Oh no, let me have two lines. Okay, revenue and expenses I want to have in one. Why here I just only have one dot? There is a reason. Because this is just only for 2022 That's why in the year level only have 2022. Okay, that's why I remove the year level and I remove the quarter level based on the months that you can see. Okay, I want to see the profit also in the same diagram. No problem, I add the profit in also. Then you have three lines, that these three lines showing the three items, profit, expenses, and revenue. And you know better how to change the color and how to make a new color and setting. Okay, oh, what happened? I want to have some cards. The first card I want to have here is a total profit. The second card that I want to have here is a total expenses that I already created. The third one that I want to have here is the total revenue. Okay. Also, I know that I can bring one pie chart to see the categories that I made right now. Or if you don't want to have that category, you want to have the beverage, you just need to put the beverage here and beverage here. But approximately because it's same, it's not showing nice. It's better you go for categories and categories here. Then you can see some categories in this dashboard. I want to have one slicer here. Oh, map chart. Okay, you remember map. It looks very nice to have it in dashboard. What I want to have in my map, I want to see the estates location, and in each estate, I want to see the profit at the bubble size. Okay, now you see the bubble size is changing with the profit. Okay. Then I want to have one slicer maybe. Let me put all this on. Okay, I want to have one slicer here. And in this slicer, I want to have the beverage names. Okay, when I select the food member diet code, you see everything is changing based on that. Okay, then I want to have a one table also. Table, yeah. And in this table, I want to put the retailer's name. Okay, there are 4 retailers for my company. And I want to see the profit of each retailer. Summation of profit for each retailer. And also I want to see how many total order of each retailer. Okay, see how nice I can see how many percent each from retailer is ordered. Means within how many minutes it takes? Few minutes. Right now I have the very nice dashboard created very fast and convenience. Okay, what is the reason that I can create this so fast? Practice. So we just need to know the correct way to write the coding. Yes, exactly. If you write wrong when you are creating new measure or you're creating new table, it's not working. You need to especially open the bracket, closing the bracket, addressing the item, addressing the data set is very important. Okay, if just only one uh, spelling error, then it's not working. Okay, very easy, it's not working. Yes? Do you have any question? Yeah, please.
For the map, we can only choose one title, one topic only, right? Or we can choose more, or we can tick more.
Estate and summation of profit. Okay, for example, if you want to have something in total order, see, it's not allowing you to add. Means the bubble size is only with 1. Yes, for map, you can just only put one item. You cannot change to other items. If you want to have for other items, you need to have different map. Okay. One of the things that we talk about it is the, what is the name? Tooltips. For example, I want to have a tooltips for projects. I go here, I create a tooltips. I go to here, canvas setting, make it tooltips. Then here I put one tooltips. Then I put the beverage as the x-axis, beverage total profit as the y-axis, okay? But because it's tooltips, I know I don't need these all things. That's why I go to X and value and title remove. From the y-axis also I remove the number. Then I remove, oh sorry, this one also, value and title also remove. And from the general also I removing the title. I make something very simple, okay? And it's now good to be my tooltips, okay? The only things I need to put some name for it. For example, tooltip, bar chart, easy, okay? I back here. For each Namuda that I want, for example, for this Namuda, for this chart, I just selecting the chart and come to the tooltips, sorry, here, setting, general, tooltips. Here I come and select in the page TTBC. Now, if I go on this, you see, this is the data for this one, this is the data for this one, this is the data for this small category, okay? Okay, if I want to have these tooltips here also, no problem, I just selecting this and from the same, if I address this, now I have the same for here as well. Okay, this is the tooltip, something that you need to know. It's very important that you just practice. Right now, you have the second data set. Before you had the bank list data set. With these two data set, easily you can do a lot of analysis. You can practice with whatever just only we discussed in this class, okay? Of course, there are many other items there. There are many other items in the menu that unfortunately, since we don't have enough time, we cannot proceed with that. For example, if I want to make a mobile app right now, after I finish with my design, I can go to the mobile view, mobile layouts. Now I have all the items that I created in that tab, and I can bring all the items here. For example, I want to put the numbers in the top, then one numbers here. See if the sizing is big, okay? Then you know that how to do the setting, okay? From here, you select, going to the general, visual value. Here, you make it a small to be matched with this, okay? You can make it a small to make it match with that. Then, for example, here I also say you can pick 20 to be matched. Color also you can change. This is something that we already talked about it. You can make it bold. Then you can bring the other diagram. If it's very small, you can make it big. This is the mobile view that you can design based on the items that you already created. Okay, that's why it's very important that you know first you need to the items, then you can bring. Okay, a slicer I can put here. It's very small. That's why slicer setting value here. I can make it smaller. Yes. Okay. Okay, and this is not suitable for this. It need more space. That's why I go to a slice setting. I make it drop down and no need more space. Okay. Just only by selecting this Coca-Cola, I can have all the data for Coca-Cola. Same thing like that we have in the desktop view. You can do it in the what we call it, mobile view as well. But again and again and again, the only things that can help you to do your work and also pass your final exam is having practice. Okay. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for joining to this session. Wish you all the
Thank you,
best.
guys.
And I hope in the future I will have some advanced class on Power BI free of charge in MUSC, maybe online or face to face. If you want, you can. I will update you, and if you want, you can uh, join to that classes. You can follow my YouTube channel for more because I will have more and more training on that because this class, the time was limited. Of course, it was some limitations, cannot go more than that. But in my YouTube channel, if you are interested, you can find more trainings in the future as well. Thank you so much and have a nice day.